What's going on? Hawaii will be fun. You know, honestly, that's a good question. I don't know. I think Blender is out in the living room on the couch, and Skillet is on the other side of the house. They were in here not too long ago. Blender actually brought me like 3 toys and then left. I don't... He does weird things sometimes. Oh, yeah. All my cats back home in Massachusetts used to bring live animals into the house all the time. But these cats are indoor cats. Would be impressive for them to catch a mouse. Yeah, this is what Blender brings me. Let's see. I don't know what that marmot thing is, but that blue thing's a mouse. He just decides sometimes to bring all of his toys in the entire house to somebody. Oh, man. So it's Wednesday. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? If I use 100 stamina on the daily right now, that gives me 7 hours. It's not enough. 4, you don't need Tennessee. That is still a work in progress. Honestly, I edited that last night, and I was thinking about talking about it because it is interesting. Trying to come up with the most efficient ways to build 5-star Magicite decks. I think I might make 4 F-Rays. Because it seems to be the best way to go about it. Because, see, if you look at the 5-star Magicite list, what I've done is I've made all of the Magicite uniform. So you'll see for Famfrit and Geoskyno, you see the physical inheritances are Attack Boon, Empower Lightning Health Boon, Blade Ward Defense Boon, and Spell Ward Resistance Boon on physical. And then the only change is I'll make another King Behemoth for magical with the Magic Boon. And other than that, everything is the same except for the F-Rays. Once I got into it, it started seeming like the best way to go about it was to have the variable things on the F-Rays, because we can make those right now instead of, okay, 5-star have been released, now I have to make 4 different King Behemoths, 2 for a physical team and 2 for a magical team. Well, why not shave one of those off? And not just shave one of those off, but shave one off and 2 things that needed to be inherited on them. It saves you 3 level 99 Magicites by leveling an F-Ray and inheriting one thing to it. And that saves you leveling up one level 99, but these F-Rays are, you know, multi-purpose. They can be used for another Magicite as well, which will save you even more. And, you know, the more Magicites that exist, the more things it saves you from having to level. And that's why I was thinking, yeah, maybe it is a good idea to have just a variety of F-Rays with, okay, this passive is what is going to work on this team. If there's any that you really don't have to worry about that much, is that Deadly Strikes. Deadly Strikes is not a very good passive, except on teams with a 100 or someone with a 100% crit rate. So even though King Behemoths come with precise strikes on them, and it's tough to, and Quetzalcoatl has Fast Act, so Precise Strike and Fast Act already taken care of. What's left? You know, what's left for offensive? I figure it this way. I'll probably use a health boon there, even though it's a second health boon. I'll probably use a health boon every because I care so little for Deadly Strikes. Yeah, actually we're getting close. Been a lot of subs lately. And the Spell Ward one on that you see on Midgard Zormer is a little weird. The reason why thank you very much for that subscribe. The reason why I put Spell Ward there is because the physical team goes against a boss that uses a lot of magical attacks, and the magical team goes against a boss that does a lot of physical. And that's why you see Blade Ward on the magical. I'm going to link this right now for anyone who actually wants to follow along with this conversation. Earth Guardian comes with Defense Boon and Health Boon on it already. So the magical team only needs Blade Ward to defend properly against all the physical attacks of King Behemoth, but the physical team would want to inherit both Spell Ward and Resistance Boon. And that second health boon on the magical team is less effective because that gives 2 health boons, but I think that's okay for a magical team. Magical teams benefit more percentage-wise from health boon than physical because they usually have less health. So because the health granted by health boon is based upon your magicite, it's not based upon the characters. So it'll give the same amount of health to both the physical and magical team. And since magical teams have lower amounts of health, then that amount of health is more impactful for them. I really like the passives that the physical team has. Empower Earth, Resistance Boon, Precise Strikes, Spell Ward, and Dampen Lightning. I like the magical ones less because I don't really like that second health boon. I'm okay with it, but I'd prefer to use a second Empower Earth. And the way I would make a second Empower Earth, which would be 4 Empower Earths because you got 2 Midgard Zormers and 2 inherited Empower Earths, would be to transfer Blade Ward to one of the Evrays, and that's another Evray that I need to make. So I do absolutely 100% want a Magic Boon Evray, and probably a Precise Strikes as well because I think that's the best physical passive. I've already inherited a health boon, so I guess I'm kind of stuck with that. That makes 3. And I think it probably is a good idea to have a Spell Ward and a Blade Ward every round. I don't know if I want to level up 5 of them, though. But if I did, if I had a Blade Ward every, I'd use it on the magical team in place of the health boon. And put a 4th in Power Earth. But I think I'm going to keep that the way it is for now. As I know a lot of people view Health Boon highly on Evray. I've come to not. But that may be because I haven't done 5-star Magicite. Alara USB. I don't know what that is, Tennessee. Oh, is that one of the events as part of the festival? Yeah, I think I remember now that there's a bunch of weapon fights. Yeah, I obviously am going to be doing a stream for when I do them. Definitely. And I'll probably go into it blind just like I did with Ozma. So the guide, you know, the walkthrough is me trying to figure it out. God, it gets so much easier once we get past the Lightning Magicite. Because there's only one Evray on each team. God, Magic Boon on Evray is so good. I had never realized. I realized too late. Because it's just an easy include. It takes care of every single magical team. I only have to worry about swapping Evrays in and out on the physical team. Yeah, that Deadly Strikes on the physical lightning team. How useful would Deadly Strikes be for me? We're gonna have 2 precise, so that's what, 15% crit rate. I'm not gonna be using. Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna be using Onion Knight on that fight, so I definitely won't want Deadly Strikes. If I had Onion Knight and I had 2 precise strikes, that'd be a 65% crit rate. Then I'm okay with Deadly Strikes. But since I'm going to be using Rex USB and not getting that crit rate, definitely not Deadly Strikes. I think we're going to use Health Boon instead. It's alright. I'll take a second Health Boon. It'll be more useful to that team than Deadly Strikes. So, I think, Tennessee, what you were trying to say, if this is what you were trying to say, then I'm in. I'm going to remove the declared passives for Evray on the list, and probably make a section all on its own for how to inherit to Evray, or what Evrays to use. No, I don't think it's a good idea. It's got strong points, but, no. Like, the idea of it is neat, but when you get down to the details of how it works out... Too many billions of dollars it would take. Oh, okay, you like my idea. Alright. Congrats. I wish I had Penelo's BSB too. Alright, so, stamina-wise. I wish we knew what was happening in 2 hours, so I'd know what to do with my stamina right now. I suppose I shouldn't spend any stamina, just in case. I've got 2 hours. Barely. You chose your selection already? That is pretty bold. Would have waited until after the parade. Congrats, Warrior Light USB is pretty awesome. What's up, Colt? Well, the nice part about the Final Fantasy I banner is that it lasts until after the festival. So you don't even have to pull on it until after the festival if you want. Even though it does look good. No, there is not. 14 realms, and then 15 tactics and Type 0 on the same banner. That's it. So I got a couple fights to do. Final Fantasy 1. Whatever this is. Oh, more chaos? Great. And whatever this fight is. Difficulty 30. What? That's lame. I guess they're hiding a dress record thing behind it, so they don't want to, like, deny that to newer players. So it looks like me doing the Final Fantasy I event is just a single fight, huh? Can you survive a meltdown? That is a negative. Omni-resist. You know what omni-resist means? It's water team. Yeah, I'll use it. Alright, what's going on here? Uses attacks to inflict, paralyze, and slow. Uses haste at the start of the battle and when HP gets low. Uses Courage at regular intervals when HP gets low. Repeatedly unleashes powerful abilities such as those that ignore resistance each time his HP falls below a set level. Doesn't really tell you a whole lot about what he does, huh? Well, let's use strength. Let's counter strength with strength. Oh, no, you, full break. See, mostly magic? I'm gonna assume yes. I'm probably gonna ignore physical breakdown and just use full break and affliction break. Oh, this team doesn't have a healer. Doofus. Go to Bart's. Congratulations, Simonetic. What got you there? I'm going to add that to my little list. Plus attack and holy resistance. That's actually a useful accessory. Warrior Light's pouch. Hey, Jen. Is there any elemental leaning for Chaos's attacks? So we're just gonna go full offense. For the first try, just see what happens. Gonna need wall for this, huh? If I'm not gonna be debuffing him to Oblivion. Oh, Shell bringing the deeps. Stop physically attacking. You're not supposed to do that. Well, 15 minutes into the stream, we've already got one part of the stream done. It's because we didn't have any multiplayer to do, unfortunately. God, that's a lot of crystals, thank you. And 4-star wisdom motes. I like that too. The vampire. Nope. So, what do we do today? What do we do? I want to save the event preview for last. I guess. I don't really feel like making teams for these. The Nemesis is a joke. And Ozma is... That's kind of a fight that I'm glad I got done and never have to do again. This doesn't even drop a lot of gil. Thanks, Booker T. You too. Anything I liked at E3? I haven't really been paying that much attention. Let's see. That Cyberpunk game? The Theme Hospital stream. Yeah, I could do that. That looked pretty good. I don't know. Nothing else that I can think of. And yeah, I'll preview Final Fantasy IV because that's coming out what, tomorrow? Let me look. Event lists. Show me the truth. Yeah, that's tomorrow. You know, I could do a distant preview. I haven't done one of those in a while. Yeah, Strider just brings it up too. What did we? Oh, we did just get Final Fantasy XIV. That's not a bad distant preview to do, because that's a good banner. There is no giveaway in this stream. The giveaway is on the 23rd for the end of the Realm on Parade challenge. But yes, I was going to talk about the giveaway today. I just want to make sure everyone's aware of it. I also wanted to talk about the parade challenge itself. I guess I could go into that right now, and I should, before we go anywhere. Give me some music. What did we just get in the music room? So we got something from that Final Fantasy 1. I could always do a couple runs of Zelda, but maybe later. Maybe later. Is this what we just got? What relics am I after for the fest? Well, Alara's USB, Garnet Chain, Ash ASB, Ash USB, Ramza Chain, Tyro USB 3, Tyro LMR. I would really like to get both of those. I think he's so much better with his LMR, because like you want to instantly cast your Heiska. God, it makes everything so much faster. All right, let's talk about this giveaway that I'm going to do on June 23rd, 10 days from now. Orlando USB, I don't know if it's going to be on the festival, so I can't say whether or not I want it or not. Well, I would want it if it does show up, but it's not guaranteed like the others. Aerith, I don't really have any interest in pulling on that banner, so I would like Aerith's USB 2, but it would probably be pretty impossible for me to pick it up, since I'm probably not going to be pulling on that banner. Alright, so 10 days from now is going to be the end of the Dirge Challenge, which means me and all of the other strong people that can control their impulses will be pulling all 15, or, you know, how many ever of the parade draws they want to pull, if they want to omit some. Yeah, I said that one, Cup. And on that day, there's going to be at least 2 giveaways. One giveaway, or 2 of the giveaways are going to be for $10 gift cards. Courtesy of Asuka, Meow, from chat. And they'll be for Google Play gift cards or iOS gift cards, depending on, you know, which is yours of choice. To enter the giveaway, it will require participation on Discord. I will not be doing the giveaway during the stream itself. This is to protect people that may, you know, maybe like a part of the community, they're a part of the Discord, that won't be able to attend the stream itself, because it's, you know, it's at a United States time of day, and, you know, it's a pretty international game, so. But that's when the drawing will take place. And if I reach 1,000 subscriptions on YouTube, then in addition to the two $10, there will also be a equivalent of an Ifrit pouch, which is, I believe, a $30 gift card. Somewhere around there. And that will be, the two $10 were initially meant for doing the 500 gem draws, and the 30 is obviously meant to be doing a full draw. In, you know, the spirit of the festival is probably be spent for doing one of the selection draws, like OSBs, USBs, something like that. LMR. Those are the 3 selection draws we have, right? USB, OSB, LMR. Where's there bursts in there? Why would anyone do a burst selection for 3,000 gems? Yeah, 500 gem is done the exact same time banner 1 shows up. So that will be the day, you know, to do them. Because I'll be giving these away on the 23rd, where the 24th is when they die. USB start next fest, and maybe I have it all wrong. I mean, I have the event list open, I could just look. Yeah, OSB, BSB, LMR. Ugh. BSB, the selection for 3,000 gems. Alara, take me now. Yep, so that's gonna happen. It'll be a lot of fun. I mean, last time was a lot of fun. Oh, something else I want to announce about that is those that are contributors or pledges or whatever it's called on Patreon will have first dibs at being a realm representative. I'm going to have 15 realm representatives for the parade draws. And each one of those people will be able to choose the pull music that I'm going to be playing during the draw, as well as submitting what I've decided. Links, I think, Solus? And in addition, I'm going to add on something else, and maybe more if someone comes up with a good idea. Is they're going to choose the realm music, and they're also going to submit a photo having to do with the realm. I'm going to make a collage. I'm going to make a collage of whatever you guys want to come up with, as long as it relates to the realm that you've been given. And I'm going to put that on the right sidebar instead of the usual record keeper photo underneath the chat. Yep, it could be dangerous, but I'm in. Anyway, first dibs goes to people that are part of the Patreon and can contact me through either the subscriber chat on Discord, or if you don't want to participate in Discord, you can get a hold of me some other way. Gonna update my website with this? No. Yeah, I will put the results of everything inside the announcements chat on Discord. I think that's it. 10 days left. It still seems like the Realm on Parade started so long ago. Can't believe it's only been 5 days. Twitter would be !social. Twitter is a good place to get stream notifications if you don't have like YouTube enabled or anything like that. And website update notifications. It's a good one for that. Whenever I update the event list, I make note of it there. And sometimes, like, there can be a couple weeks before I'm able to update the event list, so it's pretty handy. Alright, let's do a distant preview. I'm a Discord fanatic. It's a lot easier to get in contact with me on Discord than anywhere else. Because even when I have full access to my phone when I'm working. Well, not full, but for the most part. So I, you know, I'm on Discord for my entire waking hours. Which my waking hours are a bit of a strange beast right now. Alright, man, I haven't done a distant preview in a while, have I? Give me a second to get this working. Erratic is a good way to put it. It's not structured at all. Sometimes I'll sleep for 7 hours, sometimes I'll sleep for 3. Which means, you know, who knows when I'm gonna be awake at any given day. Alright, have a good night, Matumbo. Hey, Jimbo, what's up? Ready for some Final Fantasy XIV? Play some Red Wings. I want to listen to Red Wings right now. Alright, so for the first time in a while, we're going to be doing a distant preview because I have a bunch of time right now since Final Fantasy I was such a brief event. And honestly, I'll consider doing others too if I have the time. What's up, Basil? So Final Fantasy XIV, we finally got a new event. What the highlights are is, or what Solus is doing, is using my bot to output text onto a text file, which is going to allow me to see a list of timestamps, and I'm going to put the timestamps for, you know, things that happen inside the stream in the info section of the stream. And sometimes for certain things, I'll actually highlight the video, and the thing that happens will exist outside the video, like relic draws and stuff like that. Okay, so Thancred finally became a character. He did. No new things at all, no new characters or record or legend dives, just straight up banners here. But the banners are nice. Not found. Forget that it doesn't work for that. Alright, first banner. There are 2 here, and the second banner is really not worth looking at. I think it was Solus that posted a link that showed the amount of new stuff on one banner and the amount of new stuff on the other banner. There's no new stuff on the second banner. Thank you very much, Strider. Hell yeah, life will change. And there's some decent stuff on the second banner, a sales USB. Paplimo's I still like OSBs. But for the most part, this banner is just old. You know, you look at this and you say, well, Minfilia's USB's not bad, and, you know, Eda's isn't bad, and Estinian's isn't. But sales is pretty damn good. But if you look at the first banner, you'll understand. You'll understand. Papalumo ASB right off the bat. Awesome on a dual casting fire mage. Next up, I don't know if I've done a distant preview since we got here, but we're on a 5-6 star banner format now for Japan. But second is Alphino's Chain. We finally got a magical wind chain, and it belongs to Alphino. And it is on a 6-star wind book. Yeah, the chain, which is strange because chains usually don't have elemental weapons, is a wind book belonging to Alphino, which is fine. It's the same situation as the Blitz Balls with Titus, except a little better, because if you get Alphino's Chain, then you're going to use Alphino. So that's fine, so he can use that. If you get 2 of them, that's still okay, because Onion Knight can use books. And Onion Knight's a nice wind mage. What's up, nerd girl? So yeah, this is it's just a Generation 2 chain. There's nothing I can say about this. Next up, Alphino. USB 2, 10 single target, wind summon, wind radiant shields on a USB. Self quick cast 2 and brave mode. So wind radiant shield and a brave mode. Let's see what we got. Yeah, animations come at the end. So, it looks like his brave mode is a chain builder. Which is nice. And he is going to be quick casting. I don't know. I say I don't know because I'm looking at this, but if I remember, all I have to look at is this, honestly, is it has a Wind Radiant Shield on it. So yes, please use his chain and his USB 2 together. Please. BUSB commands can be dual casted, but they're spenders, unlike the Squall command 2. So if you dual cast it, the second cast is this. It resets back to 0, I believe. Okay, so this is really good. If only for the Wind Radiant Shield. And next up, we have 2 more 6 stars. We have Thancred's USB. He didn't get a USB 1, did he? This is his USB 1. Well, 0 cast time, like it already. Love it already. Earth and Fire. Enemy magic and defense minus 50%. Self medium, ninja up. Okay. I'm on board with this so far. And it's a brave mode. What does the brave mode do? Earth and Fire. So he's an Earth ninja, unless we get Fire ninja abilities at some point. We do have Fire magic, but it caps out at 20,000 damage. Not sure if worth. When all this is physical, and with the way Magicites work, probably wouldn't work that well to combine this together. It's for Torment, really. Greetings, Calvin Star. But anyway, it's really good for him as an Earth Ninja for now, which gives him a 10-hit Brave command. Enemy attack, defense, and resistance minus 70% for a short period. Alright. Even at a 70% debuff resistance, this is still going to do something. So that's kind of nice. I don't know, it's not that great for a Brave mode. But, other than the Brave mode, this self-medium ninja damage up is nice. I think, honestly, the highlight of this is it's a plus earth damage dagger. So we've got, what, is a fire rod? Yeah, we got a fire rod, we have a wind book, earth dagger, and lastly we have a blank piece of armor for Papalymo's USB. Finally, Papalymo gets a USB. 10 single target, fire non-elemental, end fire self-magic and defense plus 30%, and chase fire abilities with sharp cast fire 4. What is that? 4 to 8 fire non-elemental, and number of hits and multiplier scales with uses. Okay, alright. Oh, so it's a Squall type. So Squall's USB 2 is this exact same thing. This is great. This is very powerful. Papalymo, already with an ASB, he's a 35% chance to dual cast Legend Diver, and he gets one of these USBs. These USBs are extremely powerful. Papalymo just becomes an awesome fire mage. So, I like everything here. I think I like Thancred's USB the least, and that's still extremely good. Because it's 0 cast time. 0 cast time. And an Earth Dagger. I do believe they do, Strider. They don't? You know, I suppose the terminology here uses uses, which would mean no, dual cast wouldn't, because that would be ability uses. Let's check what Enleer has to say. Why am I looking up Thancred? Well, they do for Squall BSB2, for instance. Yeah, this says uses as well. So let's compare it. So this is scaling with uses. What does Squall say? Scaling with drawing junction uses. So if this language is consistent, that would mean dual cast count. And that's all I can say about that. I would need to test it myself, or ask someone who plays a Japanese game. Because we know for a fact that the Squall BSB2 works. But even if dual casts don't count, what is Agrius's terminology? Her USB 2. Cast Holy Smite after using 2 Knight abilities. Okay, so top of this banner, really good. The low end of the top of the banner is still really good. And obviously, having wind damage is going to be useful soon. So, I mean, it remains to be seen whether or not this banner is going to be as good as it looks right now, because luckily we're global. We get the opportunity to see what's coming down the line, because there's still a few months left until we need wind damage, or left until Japan needs wind damage to take on the Earth Magicite. But as far as I can see, this is a really powerful realm banner, and a Final Fantasy XIV Torment does come out with this banner. I think that's the most important part, is there's a Torment here, and Final Fantasy XIV in the game currently is pretty bad. So finally we get Final Fantasy XIV things that are at current power creep, and this is pretty much the place to get your Final Fantasy XIV synergy. And that's only the first 5. 6 stars. Irvin USB. It's okay. It'll probably be pretty good for Torment. Not the last difficulty of Torment, but the other 2. And the other 2 are pretty important. Okay, so we have 3 flash arts on this banner. None of them are elemental, unfortunately. Alphino, 0 cast time, 6... Oh, he gets one of the damaging ones. 6 single target wind, which is good because he's a chain holder. M-wind and M-wind stacking. I don't know if I would... I suppose, like, there's... Flash arts are kind of weird like that, there's certain ways you run the character where they become useful. But with Alphino already wanting to run his chain and USB 2 together because of the Radiant Shield, I don't know if there's room for the Soul Break points to throw at this. Because most of the damage he's going to be doing is through the Radiant Shield. So the End Wind doesn't even do anything. Oh, his USB doesn't provide End Winds. Oh, but his LMR does. So you want to have his LMR. I'd want to have it. If there's anything I've learned about... Flash arts right now, is that sometimes with the way you want to run the team, it makes sense to use it. Because, I mean, 0 cast time, 6 single target damage is fine for 250 soul break points. If you have the soul break points to spare, yeah, go for it. Alright, so that's Flash Art 1. Papalymo, 0 cast, Instant Magic 3. That's kind of interesting. I was unaware that this was even on the banner. A wind encounter anyway, Shimra. It's a soul break. Well, Papalymo makes a lot of stuff, because he can be an OSB battery. I don't know. This is weird. Instant Magic 3. I think I don't like it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I like it, because maybe in Torment. This is a Torment glint. Because outside of Torment, I'm gonna be running hopefully running Alara. Which means he's probably going to have high quick cast anyway. So the Instant Magic 3 isn't even that impactful for 250 soul break points. So I actually don't like this. Next up, Memphilia. 0 cast time and a holy and party HP stock 2000s. That's kind of neat. I like the HP stock 2000 for 250 soul break points instantly. But N holy? On a character I don't believe is meant to really do holy damage? Let's see. I don't know this for sure. I just know that most supports get support damage primarily. You get Knight, White Heels, holy damage, sword damage, support damage. So you do get plus 9% damage using Holy Knight abilities if you have a sword equipped, which you probably will because holy swords are the thing, you know? Alright, well that's 9% there. Support damage in your Legend Dive. Is your Legend Dive any good anyway? Oh, that's not bad. 30% chance of minor imperil. That's okay. But I still wouldn't do it because those Legend Spheres are terrible. I'd never want to Legend Dive this person because that is just awful. Plus she gets one of those annoying minor resists. The minor elemental resists, which does... it practically does nothing. Yeah. So Minfilia is just weird to me. I don't like the fact that her flash art is here. I wish Thancred got one instead, because I think he has a USB on the banner. He obviously plays a stronger role. Minfilia just does not strike me as being good. Still, I think Party HP Stock 2000 is nice. for 0 cast time and 250 soul break points. Alright, Thancred. This is BSB3, right? Yeah, it is. 0 cast time, like it. Earth, Imperil Earth. This is really strong. Yeah, they're smart. I don't have any way for him to get an Earth. Because this would be intensely strong, kind of like Ace's Burst Soul Break. It's still strong anyway. 0 cast time in Pearl Earth is sign me up. Any day, all day. Honestly, I think his USB may be more Torment oriented because it's debuffing. But this... that's Magicite usage. Alright, Minfilia Burst 2. Party Last Stand. What's the burst commands do? Minfilia just stinks. Alright, burst section is 2 relics. Thancred's is good, Minfilia's is Last Stand. I really like her Super Soul Break Last Stand, so I don't know. Minfilia is weird. There's so many Holy Knights, and she just falls so far behind. Thancred, low chance to double cast ninja abilities? Sure, okay. Start battle with quick cast 3. Alright, finally Minfilia gets something good. So, Minfilia's LMR and her USB, good. Honestly, this is how Minfilia needs to be played, still, from what these banners are telling me. They're like, hey, Minfilia can do night things if you want her to, but I'm like, no. I'd actually just rather run her as a support with either Super or USB, and at least she gets this LMR to help her out with that. And I suppose you wouldn't have to run her as a Wrath Entruster. If you were running her with her Flash Art, you could use Night abilities on her. So you generated Soul Break points and did some damage with the Unholy while you entrusted the rest, while also being able to provide HP stock. So, I mean, how would you run her? Start out with Mako Might, USB, start battle with Quick Cast 3, cast the USB at the start of the fight, and then use Night abilities until you could glint, and then you glint, and then use Night abilities until you entrust. Could work. I'm trying a little hard for Minfilia, I guess. Anyway, Alphino, this is an old LMR, but it's still extremely good for Alphino. He's a chain holder, so he doesn't get N-Wind from his primary Soulbreak cast, which is his chain. So starting the battle with N-Wind is great. And his USB also doesn't provide M-Wind, so starting the battle with M-Wind is great. So his LMR is perfect for him. Papalymo, start battle with M-Fire. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sign me up. Papalymo's awesome. Papalymo and Alphino are both really, really powerful. I'm glad to hear that, Galvanstar, because I love Xenogears and Chrono Cross music. So this is going to be one of those banners where we, like, might see a festival banner down the line come up with something that might be better than this, but I'm not sure you can top a banner with quality like this at the top ends for Torment purposes. I don't, because I have actually not played any of those games. So I think this is going to stick out as being a strong Torment banner, as well as being a strong Magicite banner for Fire and Winds. Magic. Banner 2, Assail USB, very good. Ida, not as much anymore. This USB came out a very, very long time ago, and the creep of fire damage marches on and becomes better and better and better all the time. So while it's still a decent USB, it's definitely fallen off. Mephilia's USB is good. Estinian, eh. Yeah, I bet. I mean, Ida's USB is not bad. I'm not trying to say that. It's more like on a scale of fire damage. Like for Magicite purposes, this is probably not gonna be in your top 3. Torment, you could probably make a good case for it. Papalymo OSB, it's a crying shame that it's on this banner, but I'm not sure where you fit it on this banner. Because I wouldn't want to take anything off of here from this. These are all new relics. So I kind of get it this time. It's not like the lock syndrome. Wow. 5 burst soul breaks. 2 burst soul breaks on the first banner, which is fantastic. 5 burst soul breaks on this one. Oh man. I can't even... I've already given this banner an unpullable grade. What is even good here? This banner is awful. Get a little bit of quality at the top, but it just plummets off a cliff after that. Assail for basically everything. Minfilia for Torment. Ida for Torment. Papalymo for basically everything. Yeah, it does have the 1 Medica, but please don't pull on it for that. Honestly, bring Minfilia and use her Super Soul Break in the Torment. She has White Magic 5, so she can even Heiska. Though you probably want someone else to do it instead. So she could Wrath and Trust or Knight ability and Trust afterwards. You'd rather have USB, but it's totally not worth going after. Alright. How does everybody feel about that? I think the first banner looks strong because it just came out in Japan, and almost all banners look strong when they first come out. But I think one thing I can, like, at least come to a somewhat strong conclusion is that what other options do you have for pulling for Final Fantasy XIV synergy? You don't. And at least this banner looks good. So, good place to get Final Fantasy XIV synergy. Getting Ishtola's Burst Soul Break from the Acolyte Archives is not a pull you'll regret. It is the only Medica, the only decent Medica in Final Fantasy XIV. And we know now that it does not appear on a good banner. Hi, Teravaka. Nice. Alpha No USB 2. Oh my word. 200 Mithril in, I only got 1 6-star. Oh man. Oh, the hell. Oh god. That's just 2 dupes. It's not even a win book. Alright, let's get away from this gacha and forget that this ever happened. Oh yeah, the animations. Would you choose Asylum over, let's say, one from Final Fantasy Tactics or AFMAO? Depends. What do you need? You choose what you need. I don't know what you need. I wouldn't choose AFMAO's Burst Soul Break because I already got it. I wouldn't choose Asylum, I already got it. It's just a complicated question, Galvin Star. You can't... It's impossible to weigh 2 relics against each other like that. It's okay. Yeah, absolutely terrifying. Yeah, that was alright. That was his chain. This is his glint. He just calls in a Barbariccia chase. It's fine. Short and sweet. I like it. Alright, USB 2. I don't know, I can't get over that. That dumb little creature that he summons. It is the most visually unimpressive thing. At least show me a nice brave command. Alright. Sold. That was awesome. They saved the best for last. Nothing new for Ida. Nothing new for Estinian. Alright, Thancred gets... I put the USB last? This is his bursts 3. Right? Yeah. Instant. Love it. I like that animation too. Oh, thank you. Now, I like the burst entry. But what is this? What else did he get? Oh no, that is his birthday. What am I thinking? Alright, Thancred USB. Another instant. Love it. Okay. Okay. Thancred, that was not as cool as Alphanos. Alright. Papalimo ASB, which I hear is a thing. Wow. The first 2 hits were eh. Then the last hit was felt like it should be stronger. I wish they would alter the. Yeah, that's what I've heard too, Souls. I don't know, alter the multiplier of the hits sometime. I guess that would be bad. Never mind. Forget that. That was a bad idea. Alright, Papalymo USB. Can't believe it's its only USB. Eh. Not that interesting. What else we got? Papalymo Glint. This is give himself instant cast 3 for magic. Probably not going to be that visually impressive. There you go. Oh, a lot going on there. Nymphalia Glint. It's probably going to look cool. Even though I really wouldn't want it. It'd be fine to pick up. It's just... Yeah, that's fine. And Nymphalia BSB2. Last one. I'm sure that had something to do with Final Fantasy XIV, which I am unaware of. Cool looking burst command. That was also a cool looking burst command. Most of those animations weren't good. There were a couple that stood out though. The chain was alright. I've been really unimpressed with a lot of the Generation 2 chains. Papalymo ASB is good. Hey, Haruyukin, don't forget Ram's BSB1. Papalymo's ASB. Alphino's USB2 had a cool burst or brave commands. You know, I think it's the worst Generation 2 chain, but Riku's chain actually has a decent animation. What's Vincent's? I'm curious now. You're looking forward to the Final Fantasy IV banners? That's one of the better ones. But again, it does lack something since it doesn't deal any damage. There's no need to save everything, every little thing. I'm not gonna put these timestamps anywhere, Shimra. Like the animations themselves. I'm just going to include it as part of the distant preview. I'm not going to make a timestamp for it. Golbez. I want to see Golbez. Oh, we get a Swolbez. What? 500 Mithril dedicated to this right now. Swolbez. All in. Give it to me. Seymour and his awesome chain is dead to me. Garnets? Sure. Garnets is... I don't like Garnets. Go. Gilgamesh? Garugamesh. That's his USB too. Gilgamesh is awesome. And finally, Riku's. Guess I could do Ciphers and Ramses as well. I really like that animation. I remember this one too. I like this one. I like the Edea giving Cypher power and then Ultimecia controlling Edea. And lastly, Ramses, which I am very much okay with. It's pretty feels. Everyone's holy damage is boosted. Delita and Ramza with the holy grass. Alright. Slight diversion. It's time to talk about some Final Fantasy IV. Little Barbarecia. Look at that sprite. Just excellent. Alright, what do we get here? Anything new? Tornado! As of tomorrow, we get access to a 5-star Black Magic wind ability. Which will be nice. Which will be nice. I don't believe there's any other 6 stars that are able to do wind damage yet. It's just Meltdown, so having both access to both Meltdown and Tornado would be nice. Barbarecia, new character. Darkness 5, Black Magic 5. She's a wind character. Big surprise. Dagger Rod Staff, yeah, whatever. RM4 attack, area of effect wind magic damage. Actually, I'm interested in this for farming dailies. As long as it's not a chance to do area effect wind damage. I would assume that this means it automatically becomes it. Alright, what's your record dive look like? That's a strong record dive. Black 9%, wind damage 9%. That is an 18% record dive. That is pretty fantastic. 18% in the record dive alone. Oof. And an obvious 9% in the Legend Dive. Fusoya. BLK 9%. Palom BLK 9%. Porum basic healer. Double silence and heals. What? This has to be a typo. Never seen anything like this before. It's always plus 3%, plus 6%. This says plus 3%, plus 9%. It's got to be a typo. It's got to be a typo. Yeah, it is. New Legend Materia. Barbarecia double cast wind abilities with her LM2. Automatically a good thing. Fusoya double cast black magic and white magic. That's obviously a good thing too. Palom double cast black magic. And Porum medium chance to double cast white magic. I don't have anything bad to say about these Legend Dives. It's really just great for everybody. Especially Fusoya. Fusoya in particular can take advantage of that double cast because he gets a Squall-like Burst Soul Break in this event, which we're going to go and take a look at right now. Alright, first up, Palin Cecil. 3 single target overflow. Automatically good. ASBs are good, 3 single target or better. Cecil. Again, 3 single target, overflow dark. Again, good. How are we doing for... Yep, they're both elemental as well. Next up, we have 2 USBs, one belonging to Paladin Cecil, one belonging to Dark Cecil. Paladin Cecil's is Wall and Self-X mode, Lunarian. Okay, so you get Wall with an added effect here. And the added effect here is a front part or front row 1500 heal when using night abilities. It's interesting. It's interesting, and it's self-attack and defense plus 30% buff. Which is weird. Usually don't see something called an X mode that gives a double buff. You usually see X modes give a single buff. But it doesn't matter because it's a unique status anyway, and it's going to stack regardless. This USB is really, I really can't think of a good use for it. I suppose against Hades, you could use this and the Alara RW and make Cecil your primary healer. But it's... The problem is if you're pulling on Realm Banners these days, you want it to be dual purpose, right? You want the pulling on the Realm Banner to be, one, good in the Magicites for, you know, whatever character. Cecil, going to be good in Hades. But here's the problem, is the second reason that you want a character to be good, is you want them to be good in the Torment, and it's not good at all in the Torment. Not good at all in the Torment. Because in the Torment, you automatically get a party defense and resistance plus 200% buff that does not stack with this. So this is a... You automatically get it. You don't even have to RW it. It's active on all characters at all times. So this effect is dead. It is dead in Torments. It doesn't do anything. It could be fine in the Hades fight. And we have no idea whether or not this is going to be any good in the 5-star Dark Magicite fight, because that's a long, long ways away. I think with the holy options that we have available to us right now, and they're amazing holy options with the Warrior of Light banner that's currently active and going to be active until the beginning of July, and the first banner of the festival, This is just a dead draw, basically. It's not dead. That's not the right word for it. The rest of the banner would have to be so good that it would make this worth picking up over some of the holy options that we have available on others, because you're not pulling for a single relic on a banner, you're pulling for the banner. So I can't say this single relic is bad. But I can't say it's only good for Hades. Alright, Dark Cecil, USB, 10 single target, Dark Null Elemental, and Dark. Self, 99% current HP damage, Stone Skin 100%, and X Mode Red Wings. It's 6-star armor, but it's not even holy, so it's not even a good piece of 6-star armor. I really liked this because X Mode Red Wings is high quick cast darkness and double cast darkness abilities while Stone Skin is active. So it's not an ability double, but it's still 100% as long as that Stone Skin is active. That's pretty good. But it's linked to the Stone Skin 100% status. I think by itself this USB is not good. But if you also have his Glint, which is 0 cast times Stone Skin 100%, so you basically refill your Stone Skin to full, and medium darkness ability boost, it gets better because you should only need to use the USB and then the Glint once over the course of the fight to keep Stone Skin active at all times. But, you know, a problem is you'd have to... It's not that big of a problem. You could study the fight to know when your Stone Skin's probably going to drop because most things are so scripted. So you know, okay, this turn I need to use the Glint again or I'm going to run out of Stone Skin and there goes my Red Wing status. But, of course, the problem here being his USB is not good unless you have the Glint as well, and that's a rough thing in a game where pulls cost 50 mithril or 3,000 gems, requiring a second relic to make the first one good. So I have got misgivings about that, especially when we're presented with, again, the Cecil problem is the first banner of the festival has Cypher's Chain on it and will probably have Orlando's USB on it, which are both dark things I would want more than this. And I would probably want Garland's USB more than this as well if you want to throw in the Warrior of Light banner. So, again, kind of apprehensive about that. Cecil's Flash Art, 0 cast time, N Holy, Party HP Stock 2000. I think that's a good Glint. Yeah, that's fine as a Glint. Next up, we got Cecil's BSB2, N-Dark. It's just an N-Dark burst. Fusoya's burst, on the other hand, is really good. For all of you out there who want to run magical holy teams, this is a Squall type burst, so he charges up with the first command. Up to 3 stages, so once you get up to at 3 stages, or 2, depending on how you're running the character, you're going to be doing 5 to 6 single target holy damage. Because what's nice about this is Fusoya has double cast black magic, and white magic, but these are black magic commands. So he can fast stack it, just like Squall can. So it actually makes Fusoya a powerful white mage. Depends on how strong the attacks are, Hadouken. Yeah, automatically with his Burst Soul Break, Fusoya becomes a better holy mage than Hope. Yes, So that is actually pretty good. But with the entire banner being physically based, except for this, seriously, the entire banner. There is nothing else magical on here. You're probably pulling on this banner for physical holy, and it's not like the 5-star segregation of physical and magical matters at this point. So what are you trying to do by pulling for Fusoya's BSB on this banner? Are you trying to create a magical holy team? And if so, why are you pulling on this banner? So I always found it kind of weird when I did the distant preview of this the last time, that this is even on the banner, which it's just really good, but do you just pull a 1 of 11 Fusoya burst and say, well, alright, well, I'm not pulling on this banner anymore? It's a strange pulling habit, to just pull a burst and say I'm done. Alright, Cecil, Bursal Break 2 is very much not good. Self-Sentinel, and yeah, it's just bad. Edward's burst is probably the best bursts here. Maybe not. I mean, it's hard to compare them. Fusoya's and Edwards are the best. Fusoya's being Holy Magic, and Edwards being a 50% attack and Area Effect Imperial Holy. This is the poor man's Ramza chain with a 50% attack and a Holy boosting component. It's just Edwards increases your Holy damage by, or reduces Holy resistance by 20%, and Ramza immediately increases all Holy damage by 50%, and then some, because of the chain. LMRs, Cecil starting with Unholy is good. Dark Cecil starting with Undark is good. Dark Cecil having a trance mode is good-ish. What's his Legend Dive? Oh, he's got one of those terrible Drain Strike 40%ers. Yeah, you want his LMR 1 and LMR 2. It's a good thing they're both here. And Edward, small increase stat buffs small increase in duration of stat buffs cast by self is bad. I don't really like this banner. You got 2 ASBs, which are good. You cannot deny the power of ASBs, especially 3 single target. These are very good pickups. The USBs, less so. I do like Dark Cecil's USB. I do like it. It just needs the glint. Because, right, it tops 4 turns. Is that enough? Is that enough to say that you've got, you know, what you want out of the Red Wing status? How much health does Cecil have? He has a lot, if I remember correctly. Yeah, among the most in the game, 7,800. And I wouldn't record or legend dive him. So you're looking with 2 2 health boons. If you went, I suppose if I was running Cecil with his USB, I probably would want to run double health boon. He'd probably have about 10k health. Four turns? You get 4 turns out of his status? Yeah. Yeah, 4 turns would be enough. Maybe it's better than I thought it would. Hey, Golden. Shit. High quick cast darkness means he wouldn't quick cast out his USB if he recasted it. Alright, I think it's good. I'm gonna reverse my decision on that. Because I think you can use... Like, if you get 4 turns, which I think you should be able to. You should be able to get 4 turns. Or 5. And each 5-star or greater ability that you use is going to generate, you know... Oh, shit. He doesn't generate any more soul break points because he's going to have Stone Skin active. He needs to use 5... He needs to have 5 turns in order to recast USB. If he's high quick casting, I think he gets it. Yeah. I think it's good. Well... Yeah. No, I think it would get used. And I think the idea of recasting his USB is probably barking up the wrong tree, because you would just use his USB and then just cast the ASB and then that's the fight. But right, if you do have an Entruster, then you're set. It wouldn't take many soul break points to get there. Because once he starts that status, he is attacking so quickly. And he's going to be doing a lot of damage. Because of the double cast darkness. Along with Endark. It's not like Orlando, who has 100% crit rate. Dark Cecil just plain has Endark. And if you do Glint, then he gets even more damage. At this time, yeah, Solus, but I still think that Sephiroth is the gold standard of physical dark damage once the next Final Fantasy VII event hits. Alright, so we've got 2 ASBs, awesome. I'm pretty meh on the Cecil's USB. Dark Cecil's USB I actually feel alright about. The glints aren't bad. I don't really care for the burst soul break section because I do like Fusoya's burst. It's just I don't understand why it's here. Why isn't it on this banner with the magical things? Because if you're pulling on this banner, you're pulling for physical holy, not magical holy. And this... What do? Do you use them both? No, you don't use them both. the game got away from hybrid teams, which I actually don't like at all. Back when Onion Knight BSB was like the buff, hybrid teams used to be a thing. And now with the Generation 2 chains, hybrid teams are even more in the pits. In 5-star Magicite, hybrid teams are non-existent. Almost extinct. The LMRs are fine, for the most part. All the Cecil stuff is good, Edward not. I feel like, with such close proximity to the festival, I hope the banner lasts until after the festival, so people can make decisions about it afterwards. But just that first banner of the festival is so strong. It's hard to say that this is anything but a... If you're a fan of Cecil. I mean, it's a decent banner. It's not stronger. It's just not stronger than the Final Fantasy 1 or the first banner of the festival. So it's a decent banner, and at least you got something good to pull on if you're a fan of Cecil. It's not bad. That's fine. Alright, second banner. Barbarecia USB. 10 single target, wind non-elemental. Oh, it's a wind dagger, by the way. That's kind of cool. Magical wind dagger. 10 single target, wind non-elemental, and when self-matching resistance plus 30%. Chase wind abilities with Torch. Torch is just a flat chase. Yeah, 5 single target. That's a really good USB. Unfortunately, unless you're still aiming to beat Midgard's Armor with a magical wind team, this is not going to be very useful to you. The 5-star Magicite starts out at lightning, so the Earth Magicite, which we'll need wind damage for, is 6 months down the line for 5-star Magicite. So it's closer to a year away. So really what you're looking at here is this for Torment. Not Magicite, unless you're still trying to beat Midgard's Armor with a magical wind team. Which is fine, because this banner could get you there by itself. Because Palom's USB, Palom is on my very limited S tier list. And I'll post a link to that if you want to get the reasons why. So Paladin's an all-elemental Black Mage because he's a Black Mage ability double, and he has a lot of plus BLK damage in his record in Legend Dives. So a lot of... And he had dual cast Black Magic with his Legend Dive as well as LM2. So Palom's strength is just casting Black Magic. He's particularly good at casting Lightning because he gets End Lightning, but every other component of Palom is all just Black Magic. So Palom's actually a fairly decent Wind Mage, because he can use Meltdown, he can use Tornado. And Barbarecia can also use Meltdown or Tornado. So both of them together would actually be pretty strong. And all you would need to fill in the last slot would be, hell, you could use Zac for a chain, you could use Alphino, you could use Fusion, and you'd actually have a decent Wind Mage team for here and now. I just don't want to undersell it because I've already defeated Midgard's Armor, and I think it's a lot easier with Physical Wind, because Physical Wind just has so many more tools to do it with right now. But I think this banner finally gives us the capability to do it with Magical. Palom really only good with USB? Yes. Okay, so for starters on this banner, I see 2 really good relics. Kind of similar to the last banner with the 2 ASBs. Next up we have Porom. USB, zero cast time, pure Agamedica, party last stand. Already, that's really good, and that's a good thing because the last effect, the fourth effect on the USB, is a re-raise 40%, which is not good. Other than Rose's USB, which is a hell of a shadow to live in, I think Porom's USB is the best Medica in the realm for Torment. And I think with these three relics in mind, this might be an interesting banner for Torment purposes. But Torment for Final Fantasy IV doesn't come out during this event. So what I'm going to do after I'm done evaluating this banner is look at the next Final Fantasy IV event a little bit, not too deep, just to decide whether or not that would be a better event to pull for Torment things, because right now I'm seeing Palom, one of the best characters in the game, with the thing that makes him one of the best characters in the game. Barbarisha with a chase, which is good for the Realm Chain and Torment. Porom with a good Medica for Torment. Cecil's USB, which is basically not good. It's not good at all. So that's kind of dead. But hey, we're used to that, aren't we, Cecil? Thank you. Thank you for stinking up these banners. Burst section, Barbarisha, Burst. I don't know, it's Endwind, isn't it? Oh, it's Imperil Wind. It's Imperil Wind with a magic buff. I don't know, it's fine. It's a burst. Palom's Burst is interesting. It's still alright because it's instant cast. Now that he has a Legend Dive, he's kind of like Sid Reigns, but, you know, without the party buff that makes Sid Reigns' burst a USB. I don't know, it's an interesting burst. It does do a lot of damage, but it's no Sid Reigns. Sid Reigns just, ugh. Alright, Porom's Burst, Magic and Bind buff. Actually kind of interesting to have. For Torment purposes, I guess. Because on Mage teams, I will use Aphmau right now with her Burst, which is basically almost this exactly. Cura Medica and Magic Mind buff 30%. With her USB, so you cast the buff at the beginning and then USBs for the rest of the battle. Might be interesting. Golbez BSB is not interesting. Edge BSB is... okay, it gives him M water, and he kind of needs it. Because his USB doesn't include it. But still, there's nothing else for Edge. Oh my god, Edge's LMR is on the banner. Barbarisha start battle with Endwind is good. Palom start battle with Lightning is... actually... if you get this LMR in his bursts, he'll become a powerful Lightning character with just that. Now, obviously, you want his LMR and his USB, but his... so, I didn't go into this, but his first command, or both of his commands, give him instant magic 1 if he uses it on a weakness, a vulnerable target. Right, he becomes a Lightning Reigns. But, I mean, Reigns doesn't get End Dark. That's the thing, is pairing End Lightning up with these instant commands is actually high damage. Something to think about. For a medium chance to additionally grant quick cast 1 when using a single target white magic healing. That's actually really good for an LMR for a healer. I'd prefer a chance to Medica, clearly, but not everybody can be Aerith. Golbez starting with Endark is good. And Edge's LMR is good too. Honestly, like, as far as quantity of good relics go, this banner is better than the first. But the first has a higher level of power creep. ASBs are going to be good for a very, very long time. They are super powerful. But Palom is also a monster in his own right. Tough call. Tough call. This is a good Torment banner, though, with the healing and Palom. Because Black Magic ability double is really nice with the Realm Chain, too. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, before evaluating these banners, is take a look at the Final Fantasy IV event in the future. This is when the Final Fantasy IV Torment comes out. See, we got Kane's ASB, Golbez Chain, Yang USB, and Porom. So, Porom reoccurrence if you're looking for Final Fantasy IV Medica. Chain is obviously good. Kane ASB is obviously good. Kane's a ridiculously good character. Medica, how's Yang's USB? 10 single target Earth, non-elemental Unearth, self-frying pan of love. Increased crit rate and cast speed when using monk abilities up to 3 stages. Upon ending, oh, it's a finisher. Hi, Noxus. This isn't bad. What's Yang's deal? What's his legend dive like? 35% chance to dual cast Monk. Alright. Yang could be pretty good. This must be one of the last banners that has this format, the 4 6-stars. Hey, Sash. Golbez with Dark Radiant Shield on BSB2. That's really good. He's a chain holder. Cat Claws is Ying's regular roll burst, which is actually pretty good. Or another occurrence of Porom Burst. Sid Burst. Another full breakdown. Not another, this is his original burst. This is awful. I suppose it's a debuff to use in lower level torments. Rydia Burst 2. Finally, King gets an LMR 2. Start battle with Unlightning. That's really good since he's a chain holder. So, Kane could potentially use Chain and ASB without having to worry about enlightening himself. Medium monk damage up when equipping fists. That's good. That's weird. That's good on another chain holder. And Porom. This banner is actually pretty good. A lot of the Generation 2 chain holders get that treatment, Hadouken. Like Cypher does, Golbez does, Vincent does. And it's good. It's better on them than it is on Ingus, and Ingus is already really good with his. So this banner is a good Torment banner. Let's check the next banner. ASB for Cecil. Oh, Edward. Magic Mind, Resistance Haste, and Quick Cast Magic too. That's good for Torment. Palom USB. Oh, good. Barbarisha Palom occur again, huh? So Dark Cecil occurs here with his ASB and his Skelint, but not his USB. With his Edward LMR. This banner is very, very familiar. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. It's good. All 4 6 stars are good. It's just got a weird makeup, I suppose. It's magical. Like, Edward is a magic buffer with his USB, Palom Barbarisha strong mages, and then Dark Cecil with his ASB. I think this is kind of a consolation, or a follow-up banner, depending on what you get in this event, if you decide to pull on it. Like, if you pull on the banner 1 of this, and you get Cecil's USB or something, this is where to... This is immediately stop and come here, I suppose. But I really like this banner. I personally really like it because I don't have Rose's USB. If I had Rose's USB, this would be a dead draw. And that changes things. Edward's BSB is nice. I like it. Yeah, not all ninjas. The 3 or 4 now. Thancred's also a good one. These banners are just so different. I'm not sure it's a good idea to pull on either of these banners for torment purposes. Only if you use the commands. He won't sap himself if you don't use the commands. I just think it's too early. It's too early. Like, when is this banner supposed to come out? September 20th. So it's, I mean, chances are it's going to get pushed back. Even if it doesn't get pushed back, the banner is going to last past this festival in September. What kind of Final Fantasy IV stuff can we expect on this festival? Kane is on this banner with his Bursal or USB 2. Rydia is on this banner with her USB 2. Dark Cecil's USB is on 5. Or projected to be on 5. It'd be a recurrence, so who knows. I personally do like the Rydia banner. Well, who knows? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. This stuff, the stuff that's actually described here, will not. Because these are debuts. Yeah, Rydia is one of the very few water mages, which makes her USB 2 pretty desirable. I don't know, though. I don't know if it's worth pulling on just for that. Because everything else is pretty icy. Suppose if I get away from the Bart's ASB banner, and if it reoccurs here, then I'll be more than happy to have a good opportunity to go for it again on a festival banner. I have no issue with Celeste ASB. At worst, it's a 6-star ice damage sword. Yes, please. I don't have the magical ice chain. So, yep, I would like that. Celeste USB is good. Yeah, it's all good. All 5 6-stars are good. First banner, I'm less thrilled about, because I have Kane's chain. Because what you'd be pulling for here would be Prompto's chain. I have Kane's chain and I have Rex USB, which is a 50% attack and lightning radiant shields. I just don't have that much need for the Generation 2 chain. This sticks out to me. If I don't pick up Garnet's chain off of the 5th banner of this festival, then this banner all of a sudden becomes something to take a look at. What confuses you about them? What you don't know? And most buffs don't have damage on entry. It's like saying I don't know about Onion Knight's USBs. Well, Strider, look at it this way. You know about chain field effects? how when you cast a chain, you automatically get plus 20% damage of that element. Generation 2 chains is plus 50%. Instantly. Zero chain level, you get plus 50% of that damage. Along with the buff. The stat buff. And the chain can stack up to 150 instead of 100. Which is kind of an issue, because I cap a lot of my chains. About halfway into the chain right now. So being able to stack it even further, along with the more than twice as powerful initial field effect, is... I think it more than makes up for those. Where Generation 1 chains exceed Generation 2 would be very situational. Like, Riku isn't a particularly good user of a chain. She doesn't do a whole lot. Because her Legend Hive stinks, so she kind of gets stuck sitting there using Sapphire Shot. Where Tidus is the user of the Generation 1 chain. So it's not that the Generation 2 is worse than 1, it's that Tidus is so much better of a character that it probably might just make sense to use Tidus's instead. Ninjas, Machinists, Barts, anyone with chases, like rank-based stuff like Ashe, Beatrix, Dorgon, stuff like that. Just 6-hit chases. Yes, for the most part, Generation 2 chain plus the Heiska ability that we'll be getting during the festival is a huge combination that we're going to be seeing a lot more of. I think both of these banners are decent. There's really not much I can say. I don't think it's a good idea to pull at this point for the Torment, because the next event for Final Fantasy IV that is the Torment has banners that are comparable to this. Just upping the power creep a bit. So why not wait? It's too early to pull for Torment, so you'd want to be pulling for elemental stuff. So, yeah, I think my general advice would be to steer clear of these banners. No Palom. In the next event, yeah, there's Palom's here. I don't know, Strider. I'd probably every other turn, because they're only a 10-second buff. What's Garnet's LM1? I know her LMR is bad, but... Summon attack deals over 7 more damage. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. Bard buffs are unique statuses, so they don't get buffed by stuff like this. So the Bard buffs are 10 seconds regardless, unless you refresh them. Oh, her LM2 is good. That's much better. Or LMR2. I'm not sure where you're talking about, Strider. No, she got magic and mind. The mind buff is actually relevant because of her LMR too. It's a mind-based medica. No, it doesn't extend anything. It does not affect Bard abilities at all. Look. Warrior's Hymn grants him attack plus whatever. That's a status instead of a stat buff. Where the LMR 1 affects stat buffs only. This is not a stat buff. This is a stat buff. Magic plus 15%. Attack plus 15%. The hymn status is not a stat buff. All right. What's up? Oh god, it's 20 after. Did anything happen in game? No, it's just new stuff happening tomorrow. Yep. Alright, well. Let's get rid of that stamina then. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to. As per usual, No. Yeah, I should probably do some other stuff. I got the streaming things I wanted to get done. And when I do the other stuff that I need to do tonight, then I might be able to do another stream for like She just double casted an auto attack. I love it. I think I was going to play Theme Hospital, actually. If I get a chance to do something casual tonight, I'll play Theme Hospital. Someone mentioned it on the Discord yesterday, and I love Theme Hospital. I love the old Bullfrog games so much. I'll use all these stamina potions tomorrow. Power crystals. What's my balance like? 327 to 287. Still think it's a good idea to go after power crystals right now. Though Ash is gonna make me want to R5 some stuff. If I get Ash's USB. Please let me get Ash's USB. Let me just get the entire Banner 5. In like 2 draws. How about that? Yeah, if I wanted to R3 all of them, sure. But it's a process. You can only get them, you know, so much at a time. So if Torment were to come out right now and I were to get access to every single black magic ability, yeah, there's no way I'd be able to do more than R3. But, that's not the case. Plus, I'm only going to want them at certain times anyway, because the first Magicite is earth damage. And then 1 month later is another Magicite for lightning damage. So you can progressively use your crystals instead of thinking about them as everything at the same time. I don't know, Alphino has a Ether attached to his Brave command on his USB 2. And the Brave command itself obviously doesn't take a charge, so it's not like you're gonna have to R5 summon abilities. So I'd say R3. What happened to number 4? It's not cool. Maybe go to the vault for a single accessory. $250. Guess I don't have one. Imperil Magicite's Kraken. I just never bothered farming one. It's a boring fight. No, I'm only farming fire crystals. Lucked out on Shantoto triple cast Elamar, a user from a sub 30 Kraken run. Does math tilt in favor of her using triple cast Elamar or the small black damage Elamar? Triple cast. It's pretty slow in pointing those commands. I think it's only ever in doubt if the LM1 is a 15% increased damage. The double cast is nice. Kind of redeems me a little bit. Yeah, I wonder where they've been. They haven't even come in here because my door is still only a crack open. And usually when they come in, they shove the door open. Guess they're just sleeping. Sleepy cats today. I'll go and pet them when the stream's done. Alright, what do we got here? 6.5 hours. Yep, that'll get me to the daily reset. That's all I wanted. Alright. Yeah, have a nice day, everybody. Hopefully I get in some casual streaming because I really want to stream some Theme Hospital and talk about Bloaty Head and Slack Tongue with everybody. But, you know, until then, see ya.